Hi there, I'm Jodi. Welcome to the Great North American Stampin' Show. This is Season 7, Episode 4. First of all, congratulations to Lisa, who was the winner of Episode 3. Make sure you go back and watch our episodes from earlier this season. And if this is Season 7, there were 6 seasons that came before that you can always catch up on those videos as well. So I have so many tips and tricks to show you with my card today. I'm just going to jump right in so we don't waste any time. Okay, our inspiration for today's episode comes from page 30 in the Stampin' Up! Mini Catalog, and we have these Valentine layouts from the Made with Love product suite. I will definitely not be doing a Valentine, but I did choose one of these cards to inspire my project. I landed on this one right here. So just to pull it in so you can see a little bit more, there's a piece of designer paper along the left edge. There are 6 hearts that kind of make up that little background flow of shapes. It just kind of carries your eye down. And then a bigger heart here, that's the focal point, and then there's some little accent embellishments. So I decided to use that as my inspiration, but I'm using circles, and I'm using a totally different color palette. So that's the inspiration. I'll pull it back in at the end to compare with what I actually end up making. So this designer paper is called Square Snippets, and there are 3 different patterns, and you get 4 of each sheet. They are double-sided. There's a very neutral pattern on the back, but I use this designer paper for another project. I did a class in the mail. I'm going to show you those super quick in a moment, but so this paper is 12 by 12. It's 3-inch squares on this sheet, and so there's 16 on this sheet. This is another one that's all 3 by 3, so there's 16 different squares on this sheet. And then one of the patterns is this right here that's 4 by 4 squares, so there are 9 different ones of those. So I'm going to pull this down. What I did for this new class in the mail is I made 15 different cards using just those squares and some note cards, and then like stripes and dots, mix and match or something. These are larger cards here. So there's 5 larger cards, 10 note cards, but all I did was use the Square Snippets designer paper, 3 total sheets, so 1 of each design, to make these 15 different cards. Then I'll scoot those up. Then I took the scraps that I had left. So it was a little bit more than this because I already cut some things for the card. But I just had this random little pile of scraps. And I thought, what can I do based on that card layout with just the scraps I have left? So that was just my little personal challenge that I gave myself. And I came up with this design. So let me pull in. I have all sorts of things sitting around me. Grab my bone folder. This is our card base. It's Pool Party. It's 8.5 by 5.5. So I will go ahead and use my bone folder to fold that for our card base. So we'll start with that. And then there's just so many different little tips and tricks I'm going to share with you for this card. So I had a piece that was similar to this in size that had this pattern, and I wanted, remember how there was the long strip along the edge? So I wanted something for that, but none of these squares were 5.5 inches long, right? They were either 3 by 3 or they were 4 by 4. So what I did is I took from the 3-inch square and cut 2 strips that are at 1/2 inch by 3, each of them. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and attach this right along the edge. I'm just leaving, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch border there. I could, I don't think I did that straight. I could use my grid paper to measure that out a little bit more carefully. If I just set it here and use that line to guide me. Then I'm going to take another strip of the 1/2 by 3 inches and just match that up here. And I've got some excess on the bottom. I'll go ahead and trim that off. My point though is I wanted the seam to be up higher here. So there is a little bit of a seam, but it's going to get covered up, so we won't see that right there. It's not super obvious, but you do notice it. So we'll cover that up later. So that's a way, that's my first tip or trick with this card. There's like 6 different things I'm gonna share with you. That's the first thing. If you want a strip like that, but you don't have something that big, just go ahead, I'm gonna add a little bit of adhesive here. Just go ahead and cut it and make a seam and cover up the seam. Super, super easy. And it's a great way to use up some of your scraps. Okay, so just like, I'm gonna pull it in sooner than I thought, but just like the flow of hearts here and then the one focal point, we're gonna go ahead and take some of these circles. These are 1 3/4 of an inch, and these are all from pieces that I had left over after I made those 15 cards. So these were just little areas that I had extra that I punched out these 1 3/4 inch circles. So I want to just kind of just set these on here to kind of get the flow of how that card was designed. They just kind of have this natural flow to them. This one was kind of down a little bit here. So there was definitely some overlapping, you know, just kind of tucking them in behind the other, just that flow of circles, just like that sample card had the flow of hearts. So what I could do is just attach these, and then, you know, there was that bigger heart that was white with the focal point, and so I just die cut this circle on basic white cardstock. I used this die right here from Spotlight on Nature dies. I'm gonna grab those real quick, because there's all these different circles and they're just really cool with the detailed borders around there. And so they're a great set of dies to have in your collection. So I die cut on the basic white. This is where I would stamp my greeting, and you know, I could just set it there like that and we'd be good to go, right? I always talk about quick and creative cards. This is definitely quick. I'm not 100% sure it's super duper creative. So I feel like we can up our game a little bit there. So let's go ahead and add some fun elements to some of these circles. So what I'm going to do is pull out this circle, and this circle. I'm just going to scoot that aside for a moment. So with these 3 circles, I want to do a little something more. So I grabbed the sunflower, I think it's just called sunflower, embossing folder. It is so gorgeous. I am going to take this striped designer paper and tuck it in here and add some of that texture onto that designer paper. And then I'm going to take this one and maybe tuck it like right in there, I think is good. So I'll get some of the center of that flower, and then I'll also have some of the petals here around the outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and get some texture on those 2 circles. Okay, so I'll peel those out. And it just adds a little bit of interest, right? Having that texture. Hopefully you can see some of that. So just to kind of hold the place, I'm gonna tuck this one back in down here. This one was up here. And then this one too. I could have just chosen another area in that embossing folder, but I decided to pull a different one in. This is the eyelet embossing folder. And I'll take this blue like chevron like pattern and we'll just emboss with that pattern. So that's my second tip or trick with this card, is to go ahead and emboss designer paper, because it gives it such a different look and feel when you just add that texture on there. This one is super obvious, but they all just add a little something. It's just so much different than having just the plain circles. Okay, so I'm gonna scoot this out of the way for a moment, and I'm going to get the placement on these. I just love this card because of the colors and design, but I just think it's super cool that it was just scraps. We so often have these gorgeous designer papers just sitting around, little bits and pieces. We don't want to throw it away, but it's also sometimes hard to come up with different creative ideas. So just cutting some circles and adding, let me just set this on here. I think that works. So we'll just set that down there. But it's just a great way to use up some of those scraps. So if I flip it over, you'll see there's a few spots with some overhangs. So we'll just go ahead and cut that off. Get rid of that. So we have pieced together this border. We've added some texture to those 3 circles. I want to do something a little special to these 2, the floral print. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Wink of Stella, my glitter pen. I have 2 of them and one is almost empty and I can't remember which one. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna give it a gentle squeeze and just start brushing that shimmer right over the top of the designer paper. All right, let's just do a quick point of comparison here. Do you see the sparkle and shimmer in this circle versus this one? It adds a very fun finish to the circle. So I'll go ahead and do this one quick. This does take just a minute to dry, so it's not very long at all, but just if you try to stick anything to it, you might just give it a little bit of time to dry before you do that. Okay, let's keep moving because we have actually a decent amount more to do on this card because remember, we want it to be quick, but we do want that creativity. So I am going to pull in a thank you. It's from this stamp set, With You in Mind. Great versatile stamp set. It's got greetings, it's got images. That's what I used for this card right here. So I'm gonna show you something. I'm inking it up. This is Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp right in the middle. And then you can kind of visualize what it would look like over here, right? But before we attach it, I want to do something just to add a little bit of interest. So I'm going to, with this being photopolymer, I can see exactly where I stamped. I'm going to shift it just slightly and go down again without re-inking, and it gives me that fun little shadow. So it's super easy to do this because of the stamps being photopolymer. You ink it up dark, and then it's really easy to see just the tiniest little shift. I kind of look at these letters down here to help guide me in that shift. I just scoot it over the tiniest bit, stamp again, and because you've already used some of that ink, you now get that lighter shadow behind it. Isn't that just something so fun? Okay, so now I'm almost ready to set that on here. I think I'm gonna leave it. That kind of bugs me right there, that little open space, but I don't know if I can do anything about it at this point. I think I can't. I think it's fine. I think no one will notice or care. All right, get over it. Keep moving, keep moving. All right, I took this die one more time and took a piece of gold glimmer paper, not glimmer paper, gold foil paper, and I went ahead and cut that out. So I have this gold circle right here. It's the exact same size and shape as this here. What I want to do is make a frame for this. I want that greeting to just pop a little bit more. So I'm taking my 2 3/8 circle punch, and I want to go ahead and stick this in here, and that'll give me just that border with the lines and texture. You can see though, there's not much of a difference between this and this, and it's kind of hard sometimes to like get it in there. Is it centered? How do I hold on to it? So I have, what is this? Like, I think the 6th thing, little tip and trick for this video. I'm going to just take a small Post-it note and just stick it right here on the side. I could probably do it on the back if you wanted to make sure there wasn't any residue. I'm just going to use this as a handle. So I'm going to set it right here in my punch. I always hold it upside down so I can see exactly where I'm going. And then just give it a good squeeze. It easily goes through that Post-it, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll guide this out. Now I've got this circle that has just the tiniest detail around the edges. I can use that for another project. What I want to do with this is add it. I'm just going to move it off of here for a minute to work with it. I want to add it to that. Doesn't that just make such a huge difference? Look at it without. It's still pretty cool because of the details in those lines, but check it out with that gold foil frame. Love, love, love it. So I'm going to take some multi-purpose liquid glue, and a dot does a lot. Maybe that's the 6th tip. If you didn't already know from kindergarten, a dot does a lot. So we're just taking a little bit and dabbing glue all along the back. And then we'll go ahead and carefully place that around that outer edge. And it's very, you know, it's a loose thing here. So we can kind of manipulate it a little bit, get it stretched out where it needs to be, right over the detail that's already there. So it's just kind of resting on that. Isn't that fun? It just adds so much. And what a cool thing to be able to do, to die cut something and like pop part of it out with a punch, or you could use another die. And then you have a frame that you can use on your project. Super fun. Okay, Stampin' Dimensionals. They are here somewhere. Here they are. Let's put a few on the back, and we'll get this attached to the card. And then I think we just have one more thing to do, and our quick and creative card will be complete. And remember, other than the card base, and I guess the little piece of gold and white to do this focal point, the designer paper is all just scraps, just little pieces I had laying around. All right, we want to cover up that seam for sure. So I'm going to make sure my circle goes over there. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Let's pull in our sample one more time as a point of comparison. I think it's very similar. The flow of objects down, the focal point, that gold frame really sets it off. You notice the little embellishments, the little white hearts there. So that's all I want to do to finish this card off, is add some flower accents. These are little gold embellishments, and we are going to add several of them on this card all around the outside here. Let's see, do one over here, a little one up there, and then maybe one more little one. Let's see, where do I want this last one? Maybe up here. And you can do as many or as few of those as you want to. I love the way the gold embellishment makes that frame pop even more, don't you think? All right, this is what I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope it earns your thumbs up vote for this week. Be sure to watch the other 3 videos. Go back and give that thumbs up vote to the one that you enjoyed the most. And remember, it doesn't matter when you're watching, whether you get your official vote in by Sunday evening or if you're watching months from now. We love the likes, we love the comments, and we're just so grateful that you take your time to watch our videos. Have a great day.